Hey guys, good morning. Is this morning? Hello guys, how are we doing today? So, quick one. Have you been wondering how come these guys, musicians, will be playing and especially in church these days, and you'll be hearing them, they'll be doing their me fa da 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 fa me, all those their talkback videos, and you've been asking yourself how they take the drum, you don't tell where they find out they take drum. So welcome today like this. Now that's what we want to discuss, that's what we want to talk about, that's what we want to do and handle today. Am I recording? Okay, I'm still recording. Yep. So first step, we have two ways actually that you can actually do this or record these actual talkback videos. And the first way is using iRig, of course. Using iRig. How do you use iRig? So if you have a P16, P2, or probably a normal in-ear, there's this in-ear jack that it's quite popular nowadays. You just plug in your in-ear your in-ear earpiece and you just fire the go, or you use a jack, something, because they have two types, the earpiece mount and the jack mount. So that is the two ways. That is one of the ways, actually, not two. So, or you use that, if you have an iRig, you're using a P16 or a P2, you can use this splitter, this monitor splitter. It comes in one small box like this. You can just get out and you use that one. Is it? Yes, I'll drop an image of that particular thing around somewhere here. Or the second way is to have your sound engineer in your church help you to multi-track if you are using a digital mixer like my own. So your sound engineer can help you to do a multi-track of your service and give it to you. Then if they give you that multi-track, you now bring it to your workstation, your door. Logic, Cubase, Studio One, whichever one you are using, the same process applies to all. So you can bring it to your door and you just do some small, balancing and mixing, and it's going to sound good, and you can put your talk back and do whatever you want to do. So I have these stems from church, one of our praise and worship session from church. So this is a talkback stem. So now this is for content sake. This particular stem or kidney is for content. So I might not be doing much on it because it's strictly for content. We want it to sound a little bit real, so there are no post-production or nothing on it. So let's listen with and without any of my Jagbara Jugbu routines on this thing like this now. So where do we begin? Let's begin from here. I'm looking for where they did that. Let me look for where he was actually saying something. So here. All right. So without any processing at all, let's hear this. So. This kind of stuff. 1, 2, 3, let's go. So most of the times they are stems. People are mostly using stems these days. Not the multi-track stem now. The stems they use for service, they will go and do some, production, create some sweet stuff, and they use stems. So this is not one of those stuff. There's no stem here. As a matter of fact, the bassist that is playing on this particular service day is a singer. Bassist is not around, so he grabbed the bass and he played. And I think he tried. Did he? Salvation is just there. So that is him. So he's a singer actually, but he plays the bass, a little bit of it, the bass. So we covered for Sunday. So yeah, so this is it with the processing. Let me loop that in session again. Mi fa sol la, mi fa sol la, mi fa sol la. 1, 2, 3, let's go. I said, not too much processing. So let's go into it and let's see what I'm doing here. Let's start from the drum boss. So I triggered a beat, or I'm layering a beat. So let's start from the drum boss. What I'm doing here is the SSL compressor. I'm using the SSL compressor here. So I'm not like doing too much of whatever it is here. So I'm doing the many M tone shaper. I'm using that plugin here. Just toggling a bit here and there to see where I want my kinney to be sitting down. So take a look. Here is the Abbey Road tape, J3 tape, J37 tape on the drum boss, just to give it that fatness. So on my kick out, I only have the kick out and the triggered kick. I removed the kick in. So on my kick out, I'm doing the Pro Q. This is the EQ I'm doing. I'm just boosting the kick, the low end of that particular kick. I'm taking off every other thing from 200 hertz down to 20K. Fat channel. I'm only compressing with the fat channel. So my ratio, I selected OR to there's this. I can't really lie. I don't like lying. So I wouldn't say there's a particular reason why I did this thing. I just heard it and I liked the way it sounded. And I just played with the input and the output gain, then the attack and release. I just played around it a bit. Then the moment I selected the OR, I loved the sound. I left it like that. It's good. The FET compressor, so that's why I'm using that. So I'm not going to say there's this magical thing it's doing. Nah, that's not me. I am lying. So on the snare drum, I'm doing EQ. I'm still doing the double click to bring out the upgraded it. So it's now single click, not double click again, but I'm still used to the old ways. So here, I'm taking off a little bit of the low. There's this honky sound I'm hearing around 500 hertz. So that's what I'm timing. That's what I'm taking out. Then here, around 8K or 8 hertz, I'm hearing this boxy sound. So that's what I'm taking out here. So here, around 3K, 3 point, I am just trying to give it freshness. Then here is to make it a little bit brighter. Then here is to give it the snare more body, to give the snare more body around 180 hertz here. That's where the body is. So let me solo that particular snare. So yeah. So if I turn this off, here the way it's sounding. So that's why I'm doing that. Yeah. So I'm using the IDX Intelligent. I'm still doing double click. So I'm using the IDX Intelligent, IDX Life Intelligence. So this is just to help me get this tonal balance for the, the dynamic balance for the snare and give it that sweet tone. So if you see, I'm not doing too much, just minus 14 dB. Then I'm using this this loop here, this shape here. And my speed is on soft and I'm not doing too much, 49. Yep, so, and I'm using DBX 160 stereo compressor on the snare. I'm still doing double click. Somebody will deliver me in the name of Jesus. So, my threshold is on minus, is it 70? 723. I don't know what that number is. I just saw that it's plenty there. So that's what my threshold is on. I'm actually using a precept, which is the snare, but I'm tweaking it a little bit. My compressor is on minus 3.5. That's where my compressor is. Then my output gain is minus 4.5. I don't want it too much so that it will not overshadow every other thing. So, yep. Then I'm layering the snare with this sound. So together they sound like this. Then, of course, the snare bottom. Together they sound like this. Yep. Sound like a real snare, full snare. So the snare button, what I'm doing first of all is I'm compressing, not harsh compressor, minus 18.64 dB. My ratio is on 4.7. Nail is on 6.00. Attack 3.23 milliseconds, 120.0 milliseconds. My makeup gain is on 7.44 dB. My mix knob is turned all the way to 100. So let me cancel this. I have one more thing running through my snare, but then I'm using my EQ. I'm cutting out a lot of those low ends because I just want that ring sound on the bottom of the snare. That's just the only thing I need from it, just to give it that ringy sound. So that's how I'm boosting. That's how I'm boosting around 5K for that ringy sound. So that's the only thing I'm doing there. Yeah. So this is practically for content, like I said initially. So we don't want to do too much because we still want to feel that originality from whatever we are doing. So this is the kick and the snare drum. These are the sound. So on my Tom 1, I'm not doing anything because I triggered it. I just layered it just to give it that little. Okay, Mr. Sonny, you shifted my camera. See my camera? No, it's okay. It's okay. So, so I'm not doing much on my toms. Sonny just distracted me. I'm not doing much on my toms. Yeah, on my what's it called? Tom 1, because I'm layering it with this tom, and I like this sound. So, just to give it that what's it called? Body. I think it's here. So if we here. So normally it's if we take only this tom, it sounds like this. So layering it with this. So nothing serious, just layer it like that. It's not going to sound like extremely good. It's content, like I said, all this funny stuff. So we don't need it to be like excellent. So Tom 2, I'm doing the same thing, and Tom 3, I'm also doing the same thing. Nothing too special. Yeah. Then my hi-hats and cymbals, actually, I'm not doing anything on both of them because even if I want to make like an action or a difference, I'm just going to use the Pro Q, and I'm going to be cutting all of these low ends and just send it here, and that's all. Because so that's it, actually, basically for the entire drums. Yeah, so that's it for the entire drums. So nothing too special for the entire drums. What I want people to hear mostly in these drums is just the kick and the snare. You get, it's not like we want to do a professional job and we know the song that we want to release. And this is the loop track. So I'm not doing anything there actually because it sounds okay. So let's come to the bass. The bass, I'm using the Ampere, Fat Channel, and R-Bars. So my Ampere, basically it, nothing much, just a little bit of here and there and here and there. My ultra high is also turned off. Yeah, my ultra low is also turned off. So it's just there. Then I'm boosting the trebles a bit, more of the bars. Then I'm increasing the volume, and just this is an amp. So it's just what it is. So Fat Channel now, I'm compressing and equalizing. So I'm not doing too much. I'm compressing and equalizing at the same time. So this is a vintage EQ. Then my compressor, I'm using a FET compressor, so nothing too much. My ratio is on 8.1, and I'm not doing too much, like I said. So then I'm using R-Bars mono. My ratio is on 3.4. I'm doing minus 9.4 dB reduction on my bass. So let's listen to the bass. So that's the bass, nothing too special. So the guitar is running through an effect pedal, so I'm not doing much. I'm just using the CLA guitars, and what's it called? I am doing a little bit tweaking here and there, just the stereo, that is the imager, to spread the guitar more. Then I'm compressing, reverb, then delays, because it's already coming through an effect pedal. This is the default settings for the CLA guitars. I just touched it a bit because it's coming through an effect pedal. And if you want to hear, it sounds like this. So there's nothing too special. Why my piano is coming through the Fat Channel alone? Yep, so, sorry, I'm getting that. So compressor and equalization, nothing too special. I'm using a preset from the fat channel, which is piano warm. I love it so much, so that's what I'm using. I'm not limiting, so it's just sounds cool. So that's it there. For the BGVs, I'm running everything through the bus. There's no effects channel for the BGVs, just the bus channel alone. This is what we recorded. So let's look for where they are singing. You are mighty, oh. So that's it. I'm using the mix tool to increase the volume of the BGVs a bit. Then waves, tune real time. That's the auto tune of waves. Then that's what I'm doing. The key is on A, turn it to major, generic. Then the note transition is on 31.6. Speed is on 6.3. This is like my usual speed setting, 6.3. I don't usually change that. It's like what comes with it, and I leave it that way. Then my correction is 100%. So, yep. Don't pin this. Let's come to the CLA Echo Sphere. So, I'm using this like more of a chorus. If I use this chorus, it sounds funny, and I don't like the sound. This chorus from Fender. So I really don't like how it sounds. It doesn't really sound the way I want it to sound. So it sounds like it's artificial. So this actually gave me the sound I was looking for, to just give it more of that chorus feel and many vocals kind of stuff. So that's what this is doing for me right now. So we're close. So now I'm running that through the S1 imager for more stereo spreading. Then I'm running that through the Pro R2 for reverb. No delays, just reverb. So it sounds cool like this. So that's all the sound I need coming from this, because like I said, it's for content's sake, nothing too serious. Then for the lead vocals, I'm running it through the compressor. Nothing too serious, 19.32 dB, 22.6 attack, 120 milliseconds release. Then I'm increasing the makeup gain. Then the input gain is minus 2.52 dB. So ratio is on 4.1, like that. So my EQ too is not too much, just cutting off the low end and boosting around. I'm boosting around 6K. Nothing too special or fancy. Then I'm using Vocal Rider just to control more of the dynamic of the vocals a bit. So it is what it is. Then I'm running this through the Pro Reverb again to just put it inside the room. Then Mix 2. This is the Talkback microphone. So Mix 2. Yep. To increase the volume, and I'm running that through a compressor. Nothing too fancy again. Then I'm running that through an EQ, cutting off a little bit of mid, lows, then boosting around 6K. This should be 6K, 5 point or 6K, around that place. So that's what I'm boosting. Then I have saturation for the drums. I'm saturating the drums with the Abbero saturation, my baby girl. Then the room reverb for the drums also. For the vocals, I'm just doing delay. For lead vocal now, I'm just doing delayed, H delay from Waves, and room reverb from Fender also, so nothing too fancy. Then all my drums are coming through this drum bus, and I'm running that through the Pro C2, that is the far filter compressor. Then I have all vocals here to be able to reduce and mute all the vocals if I want to. So that's all. Nothing too fancy, nothing too special. Yep, so this is what I've got. This is how we do it. So like I said, you can have your sound engineer EP record this stem, multi-track recording for you from your church. You can have that. Then you can now go and work on it on your own and do all of this fancy stuff and make sure it's sounding good. Then you get to post it on your social media and do your family. Someone plays this, our version. See this one. What did he say there? Sawa. As someone plays this, our version. See this one. One time. I Woo! So guys, that's just it. Hope this was helpful. See you in the next